What is up guys, Wraec is here with a new video, and today we are going to do Broken Spaces with the newest hero, Count of Nightmare Finn. Well, basically we set this guy up in the live stream, which you should definitely check out, and he has super low attack. I don't even know how to advertise this. It is just ridiculous. We have 88 million attack here, and I already put like the Bloom Genesis Radiant star on him. Which, I mean, we don't really get a ton of attack from, but it's 2.5 million. We can get like 24 million from a Spectre or something, but this one I could just transfer, which was very, very fast. Also newest one, so it's cool to watch. Yeah, he got horrible tenants. I have no idea. Like DH, for every new hero where they basically think they could be remotely decent, they make the tenants something like this. We got like MFG in here, and we got like Luna. I forgot the rest of her name. Nobody uses her. And especially, well, she's now an E5 hero on my account. I do have an S tier, but we get, look at this, 555,000 attack. And this one is like 4.6 million. It's something. I don't even have any hero for the first slot. I don't have a base Williams and Finn. I don't have that. So we kind of have to live with that. 5.4 million attack from this entire house. Just less than a third of an SQH or something. So yeah, it is really ridiculous. I have no idea why they don't give those guys remotely good tenants. Look at that. That is Wukong. That's an assassin. Assassin, 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 which are the worst tenants that you can get. And of course, standard Azrael has to be tenant for everybody. It's just the way this goes. So we can just only wait for new hero releases in about a year. This guy's going to have good tenants, and then we can put proper attack on him. So it is a little bit ridiculous. We're going to go, however, into Broken Spaces now. We're going to check him out a little bit. Not going to go too deep into his abilities, though they are pretty cool. They are pretty cool. Maybe just gonna point out a few things. He inflicts this thing called Nightmare Entanglement, which is a damage over time effect with a name. Basically, a Transcendence damage over time effect called Nightmare Entanglement. It's pretty cool. We don't have too many named damage over time effects. The only other that comes to mind at this moment is Eloise Scarred Soul, I think it is called. And this one just deals damage and restores HP to Finn, and also he can detonate it at a certain point. So that is pretty nice. We then have this Chain Dreamland, which is a little bit of a Star Alchemist Storm's Young-like effect, and yeah, so overall pretty nice. Basically, it's everything that you need to know. And then when an enemy dies, which is, I mean, it is going to happen. We are going to see one of the bosses dying, so it could be cool. We will see. So like, it's really a damage over time hero that doesn't feel like a damage over time hero. And if you, by the way, care about that, we did a very cool thing during our live stream. We fought Sealand Fortress, because despite not looking like it, this is a Fortress hero. So like a Transcendence hero, but comes from a Fortress hero. But just, you could say any faction that he would fit. Is a little bit insane. Could also say Abyss. I think on my Discord some people called him Budget Wall Deck or something. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. He has some damage at the start of the fight, so we are going to see magic deaths again. It's the same as with Wukong. Yeah, and the thing is, what we did was we started off with just like a 5-star base Finn, and then every time we got stuck, we developed him a little bit further until we got to Destiny rank 16 or 16 Divine Power Transcendence Finn, which was pretty cool. Worked out very well. Maybe if you want to check that out, the live stream is still on my channel. You can check that out. There's like a live stream tab there. So pretty good burst off the bat. We're still on like turn 1 kills. So that is fairly nice. We're going to see how he fares against the bosses, really. Now we're going to start off. I mean, we were using the melodic strings for now. I think it's not the best artifact to use against those guys. I still want to see like the difference, because it will probably be, yeah, the burst that just about killed the other bosses is now like completely ineffective. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So we see a little bit of damage here. So you see, it is a damage over time hero. He doesn't have a symbol there. He doesn't have necessarily, I don't think there's anything that actually indicates that they do have any form of burst or any form of damage over time on them. Which is kind of interesting. But it's pretty good damage. Like, it's not bad. It's not bad. Like, look at that, the Gloria. Gloria is taking a ton of damage. So when she's going to die, we're going to activate his on-death effect. Should be fairly interesting. Let's see. Okay, not going to happen now. Come on. I always forget, by the way, I was just thinking about this. I always forget that you can run 2 of a hero. Could have just run 2 Olivias. Would have been pretty cool instead of the carry. But I guess, okay, we have some debuffs. Okay, got 1 dead hero. Didn't really seem to... Okay. Okay. With the instant one-shot there. Certainly didn't expect that. We went to turn 13, but that was pretty good. Let's swap the Endless Cane on him. Okay, equip the Breath of Forest, and then we also have for Nightmare Entanglement, we also have the Core, which we can activate. Detonate on every one enemy, increase all allies attack by 1.5%, all damage dealt by 1.5%, speed by 5. Not too sure if that is going to turn out to really be good for us, but I guess it's okay. We have the Olivia there. Should we go for full energy feed? I'm not even sure. I mean, if the enemy buffs themselves, they certainly do. I think for the last one, the Vulcan actually does buff. So let's just see. Let's just see what we can do here. For the last time we tried it with a Transcendence here, I think with Wukong it was fairly alright. I want to see if we can get a one-shot here. Against forces, always very difficult. I mean, of course, we're starting off with like pretty low damage, but he has a ton of buffs. He has a ton of buffs. Check this out. That's actually crazy. And this, by the way, this little fruity thing flying around the heroes, that is from the Star Soul, if you've never seen that. If you've never seen that, that is from the Star Soul. The damage that is sticking on our heroes, actually not really damage, I think. That is probably corrupted HP. Oh, that is damage on the lower heroes. That is definitely damage. It's also corrupted HP to an extent. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if we can go ahead and beat this with normal heroes, because those guys seem to take a little bit too much damage. Not very comfortable, guys. Not very comfortable. No, that doesn't look too good. We have pretty good damage, but our heroes are dying. So that is not good. I think we should have at least gone in there with like a Flame Shrine setup. That's always the thing, like if you run against the lower bosses than MFG or something, or you have some HP on there that can already kill them, that can be a big problem. Okay, we got 3.9 E plus 14. Honestly, pretty okay-ish chunk for half of our team dying. I would say we set up a proper team now. Okay, plug and play this dude into our Flame Shrine setup. And I actually put the core on him. Still, we have him now at +3, because we have 3 other Transcendence heroes, and that brings us to 2.25%. So we should see a few more buffs. Still running Heart Watcher, still running Olivia. We'll see how it works out. We'll see how it works out. Little bit less energy feed here, because we go for mirrors. Save now, yes. Let's go out of here. And let's attack. 91% at the moment, by the way, if you guys are wondering. Honestly, maybe should have put him into the back row. PDE has some back row buffs. Probably been a little bit smarter, I guess. We'll see. At least have some attack debuffs there. Should make it a little bit easier, even though our energy feed, I mean, is a little bit lower considering we are running mirrors here. But we'll see how that works out. Yeah, survivability is definitely there now. Wasn't quite there before. Big old coming up. We have 24 attack buffs already. That is something that is really quite fast on him. All the buffs and everything. HP recovered again. He loses HP at the start of every single round. That is part of his abilities. Yeah. Look at that. We already had a nice chunk there on the 4Cs. Damage over time still coming in. Doesn't seem like a lot of damage over time. I'll be honest. Doesn't seem like a lot of damage over time. So in that regard, I don't know. Not really that convincing. As a damage over time hero, that is. I was considering like doing maybe the Lasium thing, but I wasn't even sure whether or not this could be copied. Okay, turn 10. I mean, are we going to see like a huge turn 15 ult? I don't know. I don't like that we have such low energy feed. That is not too great. That is for Flame Shine. Ooh, okay. Okay, that 4C is definitely taking some damage. And you know, as soon as the 4C is done, this fight is definitely over, because at that point we are doing a heck of a lot more damage. Doesn't seem like we are going to get the turn 15 ult though. Okay, that is sad. That is sad. Wasn't that super bad damage? Like, consider the attack. I mean, we don't even have 100 million attack. We don't even have 100 million attack. There's still 2.17 E plus 15. It's not bad. SQH though. SQH though. And yeah, difference between no mark damage and mark damage against our shields. So that is pretty good. I think we can watch one more attack, maybe with a little bit of a speed up here. Maybe if we ran Demon Bells, we could have gotten like the full clear here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that would have worked out. Also a little bit of RNG, of course, for the Star Soul. But still, look at that. It's turn 2. We already got 22 attack buffs. That's crazy. Against the Forces. That is something you have to keep in mind. Against the Forces, we got 22 attack buffs. I think that is also fairly interesting. I mean, he should be practically immune, or not immune, but he should handle those marks fairly well, just because there's so many buffs. Just because he has like 200 million different buffs. It's rather unlikely that one that actually means something gets lost due to an enemy mark. I mean, so I don't think he's going to be like a Star Expedition damage dealer. That I don't think. But the mechanic itself, that would be something that could help you against this. Okay, so that was fairly nice clear, I have to say. That could have gone on a little bit more, I think. I would have liked to see that at round 15. Okay, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Maybe we take it into Gate of the Void. Do we have some attacks there? I'm capped. Okay, nice. Smash. Still too lazy to do that. Let's go in there. It's Void Corruption 170. 15 Divine Power enemies with this. I'm not confident, guys. I'm not confident, but I want to see it. The Heart Watcher and the Olivia are basically free kills, I have to say that. That is not a good setup. I just want to see one fight. Okay, that was not super great. Come on, give us an ult. No, don't do the Eloise counter. Okay. Ult, not too bad. 100 million attack, keep it in mind. 100 million attack. Okay. I don't think that was super bad. Like, for the attack and everything that we have, clearing that out, it's not bad at all. Portal activated. Like, it's Void Corruption 170. It is already the area of Void Corruption where it's not really worth going to anyway. Honestly, guys, stay at like 160. That is like a sweet spot. If you can clear 160, that is pretty nice. But where is he? Like, look at that. 88 million attack. It's not a whole lot. And we don't even have a ton of buffs from like the home. So probably don't even need the home. It's all treasure train here. But getting this on him is like the problem in the end. Like, I say this in a way that might make you think that this is a way to go for, I don't know, a low spender or something. No, the thing is, it's especially hard for low spenders to get attack on him. If it would have been easy if it was just like, okay, this guy has great tenants and I just don't own them. Then it would have been easy for you. But I do own them. And it's just like horrible tenants, heroes you don't want to build. And that is something that is like so stupid for the new heroes as well. Like all the people asking me, hey, Wraec, should I build Wukong? No, you don't want to build LDA and you don't want to build this. You can maybe build him as a base hero, yeah, but like, it's so horrible. You really need a huge treasure train, huge star souls just to get some attack on this guy. So no idea what the H is doing there. Cool hero nonetheless. If I'm going to use him in PvP, I am not sure yet, but he has some cool effects, so maybe we could do that. Till now, I'm not too confident whether or not I'm going to upgrade him to S tier. I bought this copy to keep the option open, even though it's not like great. I mean, I have to get 4 more bars, which means like 3,600, 4,800 points, so something where I could either throw in like 3 to 4 A tiers or 1 A+. nothing that is a lot of fun. But for the people that stay till now, a little bit of a teaser for the next video maybe, because, well, this is ordered by Awakening tier now. We have some interesting heroes that I quite recently bought, and I want to start off with that. We have Unimax. Unimax A tier actually, with crit damage reduction, holy armor, divine block, fully set up, E5. Next hero coming up, we do have Faithblade, which I thought was really, really cool. Faithblade with the legendary Apocalypse armor skin, which I think is nice. And I wanna make some of those videos again where I showed like heroes that were, well, a little bit forgotten. We have Sleepless here as well. We have a Valk. People probably wondering what you can do with an A- Valk. When we set her up, we have an Edgar. I think that is, the Edgar is fairly cool. The Edgar is fairly cool. He has also, it's like a little bit of this SSM wipes positioning feature in him, which I never really used, but it's a 7,500 HP copy. So we could see some fun there, and you can already see, like, even as a 5-star set up 57 million attack on there. So I kind of want to go ahead, build like a team and beat somebody. I don't know. We also have some of the heroes that I already showed still on the account, of course, Tussilago, and of course the Russell. And some of those copies are known by the people that don't watch me for a long time, because I don't always show them. But we have crazy stuff. Like, look at this Tussilago. We have GK Defy Holy Damage on here. And we have some crazy stuff. So that is something that I want to go through in the next videos. If you have some wishes towards that, please let me know. The copies that I have right here, the A tier copies, the crazy ones, you saw them now. If there's anything that you think that would be cool, just let me know down in the comments. And other than that, I wish you a great day. We'll see us in the next one.